Hi friends, we are going to complete notes on parts of a fraction. Once again, we will be in our math folder or journal. All right, earlier we did page 46, what is a fraction? And now we are going to move to page 47. This will be the next page on the front side. All right, so page 47. And this page is going to be parts of a fraction. You are only going to need your pencil for this. Okay. So you don't need markers or colored pencils or anything like that. So parts of a fraction. And as always, if you need to pause the video to catch up, feel free to do that. We are going to block off our whole page. I have done this page a little differently in the past. I like it better the other way, but since I'm at home and some of you are at home, I can't quite do it the way I normally do it, okay? So the way my page normally looks is, I do like a little flip book thing so that the numerator is on top and the denominator is on the bottom. And then we have notes about the numerator and we have notes about the denominator, but we're gonna do the best we can, okay? All right, so we are going to split our block in half. And if you will, go ahead and go over your line a couple of times because we want this to kind of be like, this is the line that you would see in a fraction. So this would be the top of the fraction, which is the numerator, and this would be the bottom of the fraction, which is the denominator. Okay. All right, so we're going to split our top half into 3 spaces. So probably 3 fingers, I guess, on the side. You want a line above and a line below. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing to the bottom. About 3 fingers probably, a line above and a line below. Oopsie. Again, I'm kind of fighting the legs on this tripod, so trying to do the best I can. All right. So the top part of a fraction, the name of that is a numerator. Numerator. And I'm actually going to just go over that a little bit so that that word sticks out so that we can remember that that is actually the name of a top number on a fraction. All right, so we want numerator. And I've got a couple of little ways that you can remember the numerator is on the top. So if we take this in, it could mean no gravity, because gravity pulls things down. So no gravity would start with N. You could also think of like a compass where you have north at the top, east on the right, south on the bottom, and west on the left. North, we usually find on a map at the top, and that also starts with an N. Right, so the numerator is your top number. There's no gravity. It's north. It's at the top. Okay. Once again, as always, if you need to pause, go ahead and do that. Right. So kind of the definition of the numerator is how many parts are being counted. So remember when we did our candy bar, our numerator, our top number was how many parts we counted that I ate, and then how many parts we counted that Siler ate. All right, so your numerator is how many parts are being counted. And then this next part, we're going to draw a little square. Let's do a plus sign. And I'm going to shade in 3 parts of this. Okay. So your fraction for this would be 3/4. The 3 is the numerator. And this shows that 3 parts of the whole are shaded. 3 parts of the whole that are shaded. So 3 is the numerator in that fraction for that picture. Okay. All right, so the numerator is the top part of your fraction. So here's like our little line where we would normally have it, like here, 3 with your line and your 4. Right, the bottom part of a fraction is called a denominator. And just like at the top, I'm just going to go over that a little bit so that we know that's the actual term that we're using. All right, denominator. Okay. And something to help you remember that the denominator is the bottom number. That D, I think of down. The denominator is down at the bottom. Okay. Right, sort of the definition of a denominator is how many equal parts are in the whole or in the set or group. Okay, so for this one, the denominator, there were 4 equal parts, so the denominator here was 4. When we did our flowers, there were 3 flowers in the set, so 3 was our denominator. In our candy bar, we split that into 8 pieces, so there were, the 8 was your denominator. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and draw the same picture that we drew up here. We're gonna do a little square. We're gonna cut him into 4 pieces with a plus sign. We're gonna go ahead and shade just like we did at the top and write your fraction. 3 out of 4 pieces are shaded, but the 4 is the denominator. Okay, and it's the denominator because there are, I can change the way my arm is, there are 4 equal parts of the whole. Okay. So those are your two main parts of a fraction. Your numerator is your top number, and your denominator is your bottom number. Okay. All right, and that's it, guys. Make sure you have these notes in your notebook so that you have those to reference as we continue our study of fractions.